Dave, you're wondering what I'm wearing. This is not a dress. This is a robe. A lot of people on the cover of my book do not think that that is my body. But it is my body. Would you like to see? I would prove it to you. I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
No,
but you know...
No, I believe this is your body.
You do believe it?
Yeah.
That's the end of that. Dave, let me show you. Let me show you. Yesterday on my studio, I made a bet on the game between the Knicks and the Houston Rockets. I had the Rockets.
Yeah.
You heard about this bet?
No.
My producer, boy Fafafui, Gary Delabate, and I made a bet on the game. And I actually, what I did is the bet was that if Houston won, I would get to pass wind in his face. And he would have to keep his face on my cheek for 60 seconds. So now, when you tune in tonight, you'll see that that really goes on. I'm there, bent over a desk like this, Dave. Like this. If you were Gary, it would be like this. And you would put your face on there.
Thank God I don't get the E network. Just
do
something that'll make us just yeah.
Well, I could dance and
No,
do a little strip.
leave.
No,
Stay.
Hold on,
wait a minute. No. That's it. Stay right where you are. It'll be over in a minute. Everything's fine. Just go to your corner. Just go right over there. No. This is more than we had hoped for, Howard. You have a That's enough. Okay, fine. No. I'm sorry. Okay, no, Howard, don't do this. No, don't do this.
I gotta tell you something.
Don't take this the wrong way.
Yeah.
Please don't be insulted by this, but you are, without question, the single ugliest life form I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you so much, Dave. Dave, you know, I gotta tell you something.
You're kind of cute.
Thank you. I gotta tell you something, and I see you staring at my chest. It's very...
What? What else is there?
You want to touch it?
No. Or maybe, can you leave it in my room later?
Yeah, later.
All right.
So, but I didn't take any acting lessons or anything like that. I decided not to do that. The only thing that I did was I studied a Michael Caine acting tape.
Michael Caine acting tape?
Acting tape, it is a 20-minute videotape.
Teaches you how to act right there on the videotape?
This guy, I put it on, I said, look, I've never had an acting lesson in my entire life. I'm a natural, I figure, but anyway, I'm gonna study this tape. So the guy gets on like this, and he goes, I'm gonna teach you how to act. If you're lucky enough to get a film role, what I want you to do is when you're doing your close-up, I want you to look into the camera like this. You see what I'm doing? Don't do it, he says, don't do it like this, do it like this. Did you see the difference? I'm sitting there going, what am I supposed to be learning here? So then he says, wait a second. Then he says, this is unbelievable. And this tape's expensive. He goes,
I'm sorry, you can write that off.
A lot of money. I'm going to write it off.
Sure.
You're damn right. So the guy says like this. He says, what I need you to do here is, if you're doing a scene, never blink.
Yeah.
Because if you blink, you look wimpy. He says, you're going to look like a girl. You're going to look like you're weak. So don't blink. So the whole damn movie, I'm like this, Dave. I don't blink through the whole freaking movie. It's unbelievable. I look strong.
Now
this is it.
And
Take a look.
It's called Michael Caine Teaches You How to
You'll
Act.
see I wasn't lying. Go ahead.
Michael Caine.
And if I keep blinking, it weakens me. But if I'm talking to you, and I don't blink, and I just keep going, and I don't blink, and I keep on going, and I don't blink, and I don't blink, and I just keep going, and I don't blink, and I keep on going, and I don't blink, and I don't blink, and I just keep going, and I don't blink, and I keep on going, and I don't blink.
All right.
And I don't blink.
Everyone's
and I just
in
keep
deep
going.
hypnosis there.
Just try it sometime.
Yeah.
I'm running 30 miles a week, and I said, the one thing I can't get rid of, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. But I ran, now listen to this, I ran in the park on Saturday. I ran 12 miles. And I'm looking at this, and I said, how could I run 12 miles? But I look great everywhere else. Let me show you what I mean. I want to show this to you. You run, right? What does your abs look like? Show me your abs.
I don't even know where they are.
I have this discussion.
They're back at the house.
I have this. No, do you have a full stomach, or do you find your stomach's going away?
Well, I don't think I want to talk about it.
No. I have this discussion every night
Now
with
what
my
are you
wife.
doing?
No, I want to show you my legs. My legs look great. The whole body looks great. Wait, check this out. What is it? Look at this. Look at this. Look how great they look. And my butt. I mean, I look.
Robe for Mr.
It looks good, right? But the thing. No, I had a point to make. I had a point to make, Dave. I had a point to make. The thing I can't get rid of is this. We have a guy who sounds just like Dave Letterman.
Where did you find the guy?
He found us. He called into the show a couple of times, and we developed a rapport. And this guy's a big fan of yours. And he would come on, and he would really do a loving tribute to you. And I said, this is never going to fly.
Right.
What we need to do is make Dave into a racist, sexist son of a bitch. Unleash the Dave that none of us really know. The imaginary Dave. So he comes on and he's insulting black people, Spanish people, every ethnic group. And I have a good laugh. And then I go home and I realize you have to live with this the rest of the day.
You've been following me all over.
It makes me feel good. But you know, Dave, I haven't been here in 5 years.
Well, let me follow up on the guy.
Oh, the guy,
Is that all he does? Is this like his career now? He sounds like me?
He's a difficult guy to work with. This guy...
Well, he's got that down.
He sounds... Yes. He's very much like you. But this guy has your voice down.
Right.
But he really has no material. So we write every line he says.
Oh, well, then I am in good hands.
So your producer, Rob Burnett, he calls me up and he said, listen, we don't like it. You're making Dave look bad. People think it's really Dave.
Yeah.
I said, that's terrific. I mean, it's working. He said, but the guy says such horrible things. And I said, you know what? Look, this guy writes his own material. I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Let me go back to what you said earlier. You're fighting three things. One, you mentioned Clear Channel.
Yep.
One, you mentioned the government specifically, and the FCC as the agency of the government. How are those three organizations, or how are those three entities conspiring or working, if not conspiring, against you?
Well, I mean, you know, I hate to be so serious.
Yeah,
it is a conspiracy. I hate to be so serious. Usually I come on here and, you know, we have lots of laughs. In fact, I'll pull down my pants. Dave will try to rub my buttocks. It'll be great. If you want to do that, we can do it now. Come on!
How you get along with Regis? You like Regis?
Regis lives in my building. You know.
You see one another?
We see each other. He's very frantic. There's no real conversation with Regis. You know, I see him. He goes, Howard, hey, how you doing? I heard you're making $500 million. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, but he's a nice guy. A very nice guy. His wife, a very attractive woman.
Oh, Joy is beautiful.
I'm very careful to always compliment her. Beautiful body. Beautiful. You look sexy, Joy. Because that's the way to Regis's heart. You know, he feels good about that. But,
yes, that makes him feel good?
I see him a lot in his workout clothes. I see him, he walks around. He wears one of those tank tops.
Right.
And
A tank top?
A tank top. It's very disturbing.
Yeah.
But nice enough guy, very talented guy, you know.
Because it always struck me that the two of you possess great similarities. You're both, and I'll tell you what I mean, you're both master communicators.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, but I'd like it better if you said I was a little bit better than Regis. I really would, if we're going to make a comparison here.
All right, for the purposes of this interview, I'll give you that.
Thanks.
I was made aware of something the other day that I found stunning and staggering and surprising, yet somehow I was pleased and delighted by it. The fact that you, Howard Stern, talked about plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery.
And it really helped.
No. and I thought, I've seen this guy on a regular basis, once or twice a year for the last 25 years. Yeah. I never noticed that you had plastic surgery. Right. But we have pictures here. Do you mind if I show?
Go ahead. Let's see what you got. Wait till you see the improvement. Well, there's an attractive shot. Well, you know, there
This
you
is
go.
why I thought you looked like this.
Well, this is when I worked for CBS before Leslie Moonves got into my life. I needed major plastic surgery before this guy went after me. Yeah, what I did was, to tell you the truth, I was heavy here, Dave. And what I did was I shaved a little here, and I took a little out over there, and I went in, I tried the plastic surgery, I looked in the mirror, and I said, this made absolutely no difference in my face. So I realized it was a big waste of time.
To me, you get a pretty good guy. Where did you go? Where did you do this?
I went to a guy named Dr. Baker. He took me in. He snuck me in the morning,
right,
so nobody would see my humiliation of having this done. And, you know, I tried to keep it a secret. But I figured, why am I keeping it a secret?
Were there bandages and stuff like that?
There was a little bit of bandage. Yeah. I didn't break my nose or anything. They just kind of shaved it down a little bit. I mean, you can look like this, too. You go to Dr. Baker. You have no idea what fun I've had looking like this.
What is it now that the listeners get that they used to not be able to get for free? What is it they're paying for now that they get that they couldn't get for free?
It's a much better experience. I'm happier. The show is better.
But really, is that what people want you? I don't think people
want a happy Howard. You know what it is, Dave? It's a lot of freedom. We get on there. There's less commercials.
Right.
We only have a couple an hour. You can really let things go. People seem to be looser.
Is it the same group of folks?
Same group of folks.
Is Baba Booey still with you?
Baba Boohai is still there, and
Thank goodness.
the language is even looser, and people loosen up as a result.
Right.
You know how sometimes a guest can be uptight, but even my staff, the first week we get there, we had staff revelations. Everyone had to reveal something about themselves that was unusual. Robin comes on, who works with me over 20 years, and says, I have something to admit. I use meat and vegetables to pleasure myself. And I'm thinking, you know, how well, right? It's crazy. How well do you really know a person? You know what I mean? How long have you been working with Paul?
Has she ever used a chalupa?
Look how happy he is. The fact of the matter is, there's a guy, you know, I'll tell you how nuts it gets now in satellite, because there's no holes barred.
Right.
This guy I had on the show for years. His name is Siobhan. He's a transsexual. Saved up a lot of money, got the operation, and cut off his thing, and he gets himself female private parts finally. Calls me up and he says, Howard, can you help me out? No man wants me. You have to see this guy. Looks like a train wreck, Siobhan. And I know that. I said to him, Siobhan, no one's going to have sex with you. You're a transsexual. You have but you don't even look close to a woman. I look better as a woman than you do. So he says, that's not true. You can find me someone. I get guys to come down to the studio to have sex with, she's a total virgin in a sense. No one's ever used these private parts that they created. 5 guys come down.
5 guys.
First guy we send into a room to have sex with Siobhan, he throws up. That's it. Over. Now this is all on film.
Yeah.
The next guy comes in. Each guy successively cannot get aroused. You can imagine.
Yeah.
You can imagine
Well,
what
yes,
it's like.
kind of,
okay,
sure.
in your mind, this is a guy.
I kind of can imagine,
Well,
yes.
the fifth guy comes in. Touchdown. Whole thing lasted 2 seconds. And Dave, I am so happy with what I'm doing for this country.
God bless you, Howard.
I'm really on a roll. I'm on a roll. Drew Carey looks like my high school football coach got hit by a car. And this guy is able to go out there and now be a game show host. And boy, I should have planned for that. That would have been great.
Can I help you out just a second?
Yeah, go ahead. Is there hair in my hair in my face? I'm feeling it. This is why I didn't want to come on. You know. You know, you and I tried to be friends at one point.
Right.
Dave and I. But Dave is very closed off, and so am I. We both sit in our house, we stare at the wall and wait for the next show. That's been my whole life.
That and you wouldn't stop saying unpleasant things about me on the radio, and unpleasant things about my girlfriend. That really is a difficult position.
What always shocked me is that you still have a girlfriend. Here you have a kid. I mean, it really shocks me.
But
I
let me
swear to
ask
God.
you a
How do you
question.
maintain a relationship? You're a very
You're
cold
engaged,
man.
by the way. You're about to get married
I'm about
again.
to get married again.
Congratulations.
To Beth Ostrowski.
Lovely woman.
Yes, she even
been on
worked
this show many times.
Worked on your show.
Now, how would you feel if one night, out of the blue, I just start saying ugly things about your fiance? That would irritate you.
Did I say ugly things about your fiance?
Yes.
I did?
Yes.
I don't even recall.
Well,
oh, yeah, that's
she's
right.
never really been my fiance.
That's true. When are you going to take the plunge?
Well, but that's not the point.
No, really.
We're waiting for the paperwork to come back.
I mean, she is never even seen. You're like the Taliban. You keep her hidden away.
That's
somewhere.
right.
How do you keep? You know, you see all these paparazzi. Wait, I got to ask you something. You see all these paparazzi. They're camped out all the time, but there's no.
There's never buddy at my house.
There's no pictures of you with a woman. It's like you're a schizophrenic. You have an imaginary friend. When are we going to see her? Bring her out here. Let's go.
Yeah. But here's the other thing. You and Kelly Ripa have had dinner. You've invited Kelly Ripa to dinner.
You want to come on my house for dinner?
I just want the invitation. I'm not coming.
No, here's what I'm going to do. No, you're coming. I'm going to have you over dinner, and we're going to stare at each other. You know you and I don't know how to talk to one another. You know, one time I did have a personal conversation with Dave. Many years ago, we tried to be friends.
Yeah.
And I ruined it because I talked about it on the air. But one of the things you revealed to me is you're a ham radio operator.
I'm not a ham radio operator.
I said, what are you?
This is just a complete
You're a ham.
falsification.
Why are you embarrassed?
I am not a ham radio operator.
Listen, a lot of serial killers are ham radio operators. You're not alone. You know you'd be terrific on Sirius Satellite
Here's what
Radio.
it was. I said that I enjoy listening to the BBC on shortwave. Right. In those days, you couldn't get it on the computer. That's not a ham operator.
You know
a ham operator is one of these guys.
I gotta get you out of the house.
New Zealand, are you coming? New Zealand.
Well, I had this horrible image of you sitting by the ham radio.
No, I'm a regular guy, for God's sakes. But forget it.
I would love to see you come to my home with the baby carriage and wheel it around.
Why don't we pretend to go out sometime?
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I think we would be good friends.
But I think we need somebody else in this mix.
Steve Martin. There's a guy. The three of us.
All right.
A little rat pack. And Paul, too. Come on, Paul. You got the best weed in town.
Depends on you.
He does.
He's joking.
I'm kidding.
You have the Vicodin.
How are you feeling that Jay left late night television and now we got a new guy we got to compete with? And I want to say something to this audience about loyalty. Dave put me on national television many, many years ago before I was known, and I have stuck with Dave. I didn't like Jay. I never liked Jay. I can't stand Jay. Let me say something. Now we can talk.
Thank you, Howard.
I never seen anybody who behaves like a robot like this guy. I watched his final show. He says goodbye to the Tonight Show. He's reading it off a teleprompter, for crying out loud. Where's the emotion and where's the humanity? Here's the host that we want to watch. Come on! Come on! Music!
How long have you been married now, Howard?
Well, I got married in October. It's been a couple of months, 7, 8 months. And I got to tell you, Dave, I'm happy I took the plunge. I'm happily married. I brought you photos of my wedding to show you some of the excitement. Now, this is my bride and myself that night. And you could see she's very beautiful.
Beth?
And, yeah, very sexy dress. If you notice, it's all cut out and all this kind of thing. Now, what did your wife wear to her wedding? What was her wedding dress like?
It was just almost the same.
Can I tell
Almost
you
the
something?
same, but hers was red.
You know, I haven't been here for a year and a half, right? So I tuned in to see what you were going to say about your wedding. Because, you were always saying to me, why would somebody get married?
I got married in March.
Yeah, I know. And congratulations.
Thank you.
But I got to tell you, how's it going?
Good.
Going good. I thought it was so peculiar. You were on and you were talking about your wedding. And I felt so bad for Regina, your wife. I've never met her, but I said, this sounds like a horrible, horrible wedding. It sounds like it was all about you.
Right.
I know you're a recluse. You live somewhere in Montana on a farm. I thought you'd get that farm out of your system with everyone attacking you there. You're open to open attacks and all kinds of stuff. It was horrible reading that you're under attack. But, I said, this poor woman, she's on a farm. I guess she has goats.
Yes,
I don't know what
right.
it is.
It's a goat farm.
And I said, and from what you said, I don't know if you were for real, you said, hey, let's get married. You threw in a truck.
Right.
And you take her down to the Justice of the Peace. I said, give the girl a wedding. Give the girl some guests and have some fun. I invited Dave to my wedding.
Thank you very much, by the way.
And Dave, of course, immediately turned me down.
Now, wait a minute. Let me just say one thing. If this had not been your wedding, you wouldn't have been there.
Yes, I would have.
No, you wouldn't have been to that wedding.
It was exciting. And by the way, I should mention this because you were very generous. Dave sent me a wedding gift. I said, look, I don't need any gifts. If you would donate to charity, we donate to the Hamptons Wildlife Center.
Sure.
Dave sent $5,000 not to be at my wedding. And out of guilt. And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Your money is going to a good cause.
Good.
In fact, I understand you saved with that $5,000, you saved a turtle that was run over by a lawnmower. And I want to thank you for that. But here it is. Here's the ceremony. I'm standing up on the stage, and the excitement.
Where was the thing held?
We did it at the restaurant Le Cirque.
Oh.
We decided as a couple we like to eat at this restaurant. Wouldn't it be nice to have all the couples at a restaurant and serve them dinner and take them out to celebrate the wedding? And we had celebrities there. That's why you would have fit right in.
Yeah.
I know you love to socialize. And this is, now, to show you how serious I was about my marriage, this is who married us. He actually went out on the internet and got a license.
Mark Consuelos.
Mark Consuelos, the husband of Kelly Ripa. He actually performed the ceremony. Now, with that kind of action, why would you want to miss that? Who performed your ceremony?
That Kelly Ripa, the Justice of the Peace.
Yes.
That Kelly Ripa is tremendous, isn't she?
Very attractive woman, very sexy, and we had a good time
Maybe a
with
little
her.
too attractive, if
Now,
you know what I'm saying.
To show you the level of celebrity, there's Billy Joel and his wife, and Billy serenaded us at the wedding. I realize I've arrived. You know, I used to come on this show and think I was a beginner, but if Billy Joel and his beautiful wife Katie are there,
No, you're a huge deal, Howard. There's
and
getting
then
around it.
that's what I've been telling
now
you.
wait a minute. Here we go.
Now here's a big event. At my wedding, in the ultimate act of phoniness. Now, you know, Donald Trump and Barbara Walters were at war on The View over Rosie
that's
O'Donnell.
right, yeah,
Remember that
yeah.
history? Well, they saw each other at my wedding, and they walked up to each other, and they were all smiles, like it had all been forgotten.
Good.
I said, that's really good. I like that. That's the kind of stuff you should have had at your wedding. That's exciting. And I don't know. And then Joan Rivers showed up with some kind of weird outfit on, and then she looked great. And believe it or not, I'm friendly with Joan Rivers. So they came all ages.
She looks great,
all
doesn't she? Look
She looks
fantastic?
really good.
Yeah.
She looks great.
Okay,
And
well,
so we had a
lovely.
really beautiful wedding.
I
I'm
couldn't be
happy I
happier
did
for
it.
you.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that's
things are
very
going
nice.
well. Things are going well.
And what about starting another family? Do you think about that?
You want to know something, and don't take this the wrong way.
Okay.
Because you know I don't want to insult, but I see you at your age chasing a 5-year-old around. That's nothing that appeals to me at this point. I have 3 grown children,
Right.
and to start all over again sounds insane to me.
But it could be fun.
I've seen pictures of you in tabloids. They occasionally catch you. You don't look like you're having fun, my friend.
I
No fun going on.
Yeah.